Nail-biting episode indeed, y'all. Who would have thunk little old Ava would win head of household? Of all people. Talk about head of household by elimination, though. And it was definitely a wild card. With her being head of household? Oh, yes, it's a wild card. What in the world will Ava do? That's the question I had. And I know all the other house guests felt the same way. Well, most of them looked like they were shaking like a leaf, in my opinion. But anyway, let me first talk about that competition in itself. Just one thing before I get started on Ava, the star of the show. What in the world was up with Zach and Riley and copycat Zach? Y'all know I had to talk on this. I mean, Riley gets up there and immediately, like most people were doing with their doggone head of household reign, asking people who want to go up during the competition. For what? That makes absolutely positively no sense whatsoever. Just do what's required, dudes. Take that opportunity to eliminate your threats from the head of household competition. I mean, y'all know that you're playing for $750,000, right? Is it that hard to do? Is it that hard to do what's right for your game? I would think not. But I'll just leave that alone for right now. But that was bizarre in my book. Let's get back to Ava. Like I said, she's the star of tonight's episode. I couldn't help but laugh at her, though, because after she got HOH, what was it that she said? Surprise, y'all didn't see this one coming. Newsflash, neither did she. Like I said, HOH by elimination. That's exactly how she won it. She didn't know. The 2 times she went up there in the competition, the first time she clearly threw it, because she said it herself, not threw it. She clearly just guessed any dip, right? And then the second one, it was because Will was too quick and he guessed wrong. And then she was head of household. The look on her face says it all. The girl was as shocked as shock can be, and so was I. I'm not gonna lie. When she won it, y'all, I immediately thought, oh, this is about to be a hot mess. But I must say, she quickly proved me wrong, and I am so happy for it. Because guess what? I liked her attitude. And boy, that comment she made sent chills up me. Because this is the first time Mickey was good. I think she took control of her head of household. But I really like that backbone that Ava had with that comment she made. That girl said, no one-on-ones. I'm over it. If I need you, I'll call you. Bravo, Ava. That's what I'm here for. Take control of your head of household reign as you should. That's how you take control. Right there, of head of household. Follow suit, everybody else. Ava knew who she wanted to put up. And her making that statement, no one-on-ones, was no doubt to avoid people in her ear, except the people she wanted to have in her ear, which, oddly enough, was Mickey. I did not see that coming. I don't know if you guys did, but I definitely didn't see that coming. And it tripped me out when I was watching, because here Vince is lobbying, trying to go to this one, trying to go to that one, the ones he thought was in tight with Ava, that had Ava's ear. Epically wrong, man. And those fake waterworks he was doing. Who does he think he's playing? Nobody's falling for that old fake crying he was doing. And was he ever wrong in thinking he can get close to Rachel so that he can find out what Ava is doing, or so that he can get Rachel to change Ava's mind? Baby, no. That was not about to happen. Rachel had absolutely no pull, and that was pretty evident in what Ava said herself. And that was another great one I highlight. Oh boy, I loved what she said. What did she say? She said, it goes without saying, you have safety for this week. What else she said? And she said, that's it. You have safety for this week. That's it. Letting her know. I mean, she said stuff in between, but the main gist of it was, you have safety for the week. And that's it. That's all you have to worry about. She basically was telling Rachel, this right here is my HOH and I'm running it. I don't need your input, baby. And she was off. I like that because Rachel indeed thought she was going to be in Ava's ear, even though she was in her ear before Ava made HOH. So she played a part in one of her nominations, because that takes me to the next thing. I really love the fact that Ava knew, she already knew who she wanted to put up. But I do believe Vince wasn't like really who she wanted. It was because of what Rachel put in her ear, and that's the reason why she wanted to put Vince up. And it seemed like Keanu, every time somebody put Keanu up, it's obvious why they put him up. And I know for a fact with Ava, she's always seemed to have it in for Keanu. So that wasn't a surprise to me. I kind of figured he would be up on the block. I remember from the very beginning how she was like, everywhere I go, there he is. Everywhere I go, there he is. And then she immediately tell his business. He thought he had a friend in her. He'll come and tell her something, but then she'll go back and tell the other person exactly what he said. I don't think he was ever the wiser either that she was doing that. And then she had Ashley. That was her third nomination. And even though Mickey and Will was in her ear and talked her away from nominating Ashley, I kind of get her reasoning for changing her nomination from Ashley, because that's who she feels closest with in the house, Mickey and Will. And for the life of me, I told y'all that already, that was like mind-blowing to me. I didn't know. I knew she liked Mickey, but I didn't know she was close to Mickey that way. So, you know, and who would want to ruffle the feathers of their, not so much alliance, because I don't think they had one. Thus, Ava's comment saying she likes Mickey's aura and she wants to work closely with her. And I feel like she's trying to secure that right now with her HOH. But I can, and because of that, I can see why she changed her vote, her nomination from Ashley. You know, because she didn't want to ruffle those feathers. If she really want to work with my Mickey, that is. And I feel like, why ruffle those feathers for somebody? Ashley is somebody who's not an outright threat to her individual game at that moment. It's like Mickey said, if anything, she's like a number for them, you know. And I don't think Ashley would have ever put her up on the block, at least not during these earlier times. If she would have what was to win, I don't know why I'm getting tongue tied, blah, blah, blah. If she was to get head of household, I don't know why I'm saying if she gets head of household, because it seems like she can't win a head of household competition. I don't know what that is. She was able to get herself off the block when she was on the block, but these HOH competitions just don't seem to be her thing. I don't know, unless she's doing it purposely, because she is one of them who said, I don't want to win this early. So maybe she doesn't want to win. She'll just save her wins for when she has to get off the block. But I do think she made a really bad, talking back to Ava, I do think she made a really bad move in nominating Zach, because, not because Zach pleaded with her, but because she approached Zach. She approached him. The man didn't come to her. She made it a point to go to Zach and told him outright, in front of someone else, in front of a witness, you don't have to worry. Don't worry. In essence, she was telling him he's safe for the week. So for her to turn around and nominate him, she just made herself an enemy in Zach. And it was unnecessary to me. Even though they wanted you to steer from putting Ashley up on the block, I think she should have tried to get somebody else to put up, especially since she knows. All she had to do is say, I told him already that he wasn't going up on the block, and I don't want to go back on my word. You know, something like that. If she valued them that much, or valued Mickey that much, that's the way I would have done it. But Zach is going to remain in that game, in that house. Like he said, he has that $10,000 reward, and he can use that $10,000 to secure his stay in the home. So that means that for as long as Zach is in that house, in that game, Ava is at risk of being nominated and possibly going home. But I guess we just have to wait and see what he does, right? And see, most importantly, if he turns around and becomes the next head of household head of household in that house, threatening Ava's big brother life in the house. Until my next video, guys, happy BB viewing.